self-propelled grenades. The policy shift brings Germany into line with other Western allies supplying weapons to Ukraine. Earlier, Chancellor Olaf Scholz met leaders from Poland and Lithuania to discuss imposing tougher sanctions against Russia on top of measures already announced by the European Union and the United States. Bolstering the NATO military presence in several EU countries is also on the table. With me in the studio is political correspondent Thomas Sparrow. Thomas, welcome. The shift from Germany here to the delivery of lethal weapons, how significant is this?
This has to be one of the most significant shifts in German foreign policy in years. What has happened not only now but this week in Germany. You may remember that at the beginning of the week, the shift there was that Germany had decided to halt or to freeze the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline which links Russia to Germany. That was already then a major change, and now you have this also a very significant change because Germany had had a long-standing policy of not sending weapons to crisis zones because of its own belligerent history, because it believed that it could make diplomacy more difficult. There were other reasons as well, but the fact that now the German government has confirmed that it is indeed sending weapons to Ukraine, both directly from its own Bundeswehr stocks, but also indirectly through countries like the Netherlands or Estonia, is really a remarkable shift in foreign policy in Germany.
And quite a few things shifting as we speak. Germany is also joining other EU countries in supporting targeted restrictions on Russia's use of the SWIFT financial system. What's changed in Germany's position?
And the key word is targeted, because for now Germany had also been very reluctant to support other EU countries in banning Russia from the SWIFT financial system, because it believed that by doing so there would be major collateral damage here in Germany for businesses that work with Russia or for gas deliveries that come from Russia to Germany. But now the change is that they want to work in a way that they can have this targeted way of sanctioning Russia in this regard, which that basically means is that they'll try and find ways in which those collateral damages are reduced to a minimum, while at the same time making sure that the ban is implemented so that Russia can be affected.
We're also hearing that the first groups of people fleeing the war in Ukraine have arrived through Poland and to it here in Germany. Do we know yet how many people are taking that journey?
This is actually another element of this whole conflict. So it's not only about sending weapons to Ukraine or imposing more sanctions on Russia. It's also about making sure that people who are fleeing the conflict in Ukraine can be received not only here in Germany but also in other countries. If you look at EU and UN estimates, there are numbers of people who might flee if the conflict continues, if the conflict worsens, is a very, very high number indeed. So far here in Germany, those numbers are more limited.